Gotta hold your breath until we're live. What's up, everybody?
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
We're back in a threesome. It's a threesome today.
There's some
All
today.
three boys.
Is that the best? Is that the best way to put it? Or
Yeah, of course. We're all getting together in a threesome. Nice happy
Okay.
threesome.
Three-way dance.
Three-way
threesome?
dance.
But hashtag that in the video stream, and we'll fucking spike viewers, man.
Triple threesome. But yeah, no, we're here with a classic Raw review. Missed the last couple weeks. Just been a lot of wrestling. There's a lot to.
Nothing really happened anyway. Nothing notable happened. Nothing really. It's
Other
quiet
than
time in
Mania.
wrestling.
Officer Payne showed up.
Yeah.
No, honestly, like I really liked WrestleMania week, with all the indie shit, and then WrestleMania weekend. But I was definitely burned the hell out after that.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to talk about wrestling after watching like 12 hours of wrestling.
It was like the quietest week too. After like the week after Mania is traditionally like everybody seems to kind of take a vacay, Like it's not a lot of content going up and shit. So, everybody gets burned out at the same time. And we weren't even in New Orleans, even though, man, I was super jealous of that. That looked really, really, really fun.
Yeah, that was a wild weekend, wild shows.
It's just New Orleans is such an awesome little town, and like next Mania in New Orleans, I would love to attend. I'll say that.
I call it Nolans.
Nolans.
Cool people call it.
Nolans. You call it Nola. Nola.
But yeah, aside from that, we got I guess we're back at the right time because Raw and the Superstar Shakeup, which happened last
The
night.
Superstar Shakeup.
I still think it's stupid, the shakeup. I don't know. I think like a actual like draft or trades or something. It's just I don't understand. So it's just guys, do they make deals? Do they not make deals? It's just like
I know.
Like it was like they're like, yeah, it was the Miz. You're just going to SmackDown because Daniel Bryan wants you there.
There's a Twitter-only draft deal where you get drafted, but it's only announced on Twitter.
That's
what Mike Bennett and Zack Ryder got.
Mike Bennett, Zack Ryder, Mojo got.
And Mojo.
Come on.
Mojo sucks, bro. Baron Corbin got an actual draft.
No, well, he just got like a little promo package, like a video package.
I totally miss Corbin, and
dude, it was like a video package. It was stupid.
He was on the show, though, buddy.
I will say all of our mid and low card fanboy dudes are all in the same show now, unless Heath Slater and Rhino show up on SmackDown tonight, because Heath Slater, he's got kids.
Still on Raw. Tag team titles, I can see that.
They're not going to win the tag team titles. They're
going to try to get their first ever SmackDown tag champs. So.
They were first ones ever.
But as we were texting about last night, big news from Raw, probably the biggest in my opinion, is that 3MB is on the same show again.
I'm just one man.
But is it going to be 4MB or are they going to ditch somebody for Ziggler?
I think they ditch Slater. I think they ditch Slater for Ziggler.
No.
So weird though. Like what's okay?
It's going to be Ziggler and Jinder and Drew McIntyre. It's going to make no fucking sense. Like Drew McIntyre and Ziggler already makes no sense. Like I don't even get that.
Like it was like they're doing shit like we're a team. What? Why? When?
How? They got a tag finisher, man. They're totally a team. It's like the zigzag Claymore kick thing, and it's like it looks dope, but I don't get it at all.
What is it?
I don't get it one bit. Like he does a zigzag, and then McIntyre comes in with that shithouse fucking flying big boot kick.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it looks super cool, but like, where the hell did they get the idea that Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre should be a tag team?
They'll just turn
poor McIntyre went from NXT champion, got hurt right away, and now he's on Raw in a tag team. He's gonna leave again in like a year.
Doesn't make any sense.
Turn on Ziggler, it'll be fine.
Unless it's turning into like a group, I think that'd be cool. Like get a couple other dudes. Yeah, like the fucking the mid card boys. So yeah, maybe something like 3MB again. I don't know. Jinder showed up on Raw too, right? So immediately lost the U.S. title to Jeff Hardy.
That's where it started because that's where the show started, right?
Yeah.
Jinder came out, U.S. champ. He wanted the Lesnar treatment where he just never showed up.
Yeah.
And Kurt Angle was like, "We'll give you a match." And classic DUI Jeff Hardy
comes out drunk out of his mind. Says, "I want you a title. Give me that title."
I loved it. I don't get how he gets a DUI and then the U.S. title, but I mean that aside, I thought the surprise title match, surprise title change was dope.
There's definitely
they never do that
tiers
anymore.
to crimes you can commit in WWE.
Yes.
Murder.
Rewarded.
Murder's fun. Jimmy Snuka can prove that. Murder, no problem.
Jimmy Snuka is not fit to stand trial, buddy.
Is he dead?
I don't know, actually.
I think he died, yeah. So
feel
some
like he did.
respect.
Survived by his awful children. Sim Snuka, Deuce, and fucking...
What do you got against all these wrestlers' kids, man? Going after Goldberg's kids, you're going after Jimmy Snuka's kids. Like,
that's true.
Against kids,
sure, these kids are fully grown, so I can go after them.
Feels like it feels like something like Game of Thrones. Like you're going after the whole family line. You know.
Yeah.
Take them all out.
Shout out to the Game of Thrones nerds again. Probably our best tweet in the last few weeks was my Game of Thrones tweet.
Yeah, whatever.
Goddamn nerd.
I had a great yesterday. Nobody cares then.
I had lots of great tweets and nobody cares, man. You got to preach to the nerds.
We're all full of good tweets, man. They just some of them just don't gain traction.
I asked Rusev to Predator handshake me, and he wouldn't do it.
I can understand why he wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
So, like,
I'm on Rusev's side for that one.
But. Like 8 minutes before that. It was so insulting.
Anyways. Yeah, no, Jeff Hardy, Jinder. They got a lot of time, which was surprising.
Yeah,
it was an okay match. I mean, like it was very gendery.
What's up with Jeff Hardy doing like the the Twist of Fate stunner?
He likes that. Cool. He did.
Yeah, it's like ever since he's been back, that's what he's been doing. It's like instead of like the diamond cutter, he's doing the stunner.
It's called the Twist of Hate, actually.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Cool. I like it better. It's cool, man. Maybe they were just differentiating with him and Jeff. I don't know. At some point.
That's good.
It's possible. I don't know. It's just weird. Like when you see it, kind of looks a little. I don't know. It doesn't look that great, but.
Oh, you don't look like.
Lots of people are doing stunner variations, right? Nowadays.
That's true,
so.
Man. That's true.
Like Ember has a wicked stunner variation.
Give me the new super kick.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, I don't know. Like we said, it was fine. It makes sense now why Samoa Joe and not Jeff Hardy was in the IC title match in Saudi Arabia. Because I saw that card and I was like, what the fuck? Why wouldn't Jeff Hardy be in it? Well, he's US champ.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I guess the question becomes like, does Jeff Hardy or Seth go to SmackDown? I think it's Jeff, right?
It can't be Seth, man. What's he gonna do with all those Monday Night Rollins t-shirts?
No, he can
put him,
throw him in the garbage.
Put him next to the Y2AJ shirts in the warehouse.
Oh man, I heard he financed those himself, like his business cards. What's he gonna do with all those shit?
I don't know. I kind of like. I feel like a lot of guys on Raw need to be like liberated onto SmackDown so that they can actually be a world champion. Because like The Miz, I was super happy that The Miz is going back to SmackDown.
Yeah, I mean, we get another program. Like him and AJ had a program as soon as AJ started, right? So you can kind of
like it allows you to actually be world champion on SmackDown. Like Raw has become the Brock and fucking Roman show, and if you're not Brock or Roman, you're probably not going to be champ. So there's a glass ceiling, seemingly on Raw now. And I kept feeling good when people were getting kind of tossed out to SmackDown, you know, like, and I felt bad for the guys coming over from SmackDown. Like some guys I think are just gonna die, you know, and would have been much better on SmackDown with like the kind of simpler pared down roster.
Like
fucking Bobby Roode, man.
That was underwhelming.
I fear for Bob Roode.
No, Bobby Roode was done, man. The second he showed up on SmackDown, they got nothing for him.
How about he showed up on Seinfeld?
He's got a great heel run in him. I just wish he had done it on SmackDown. You know, like he's a much better heel. He's lukewarm because he's a shitty face that has no purpose right now. You know,
the only good thing about Raw right now, if you were to be on it, is the mid card scene could be really dope with Rollins having the belt.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you get a lot, because you know he's going to be active, you know he's going to be wrestling a lot. Like, unfortunately, The Miz, for some reason, they don't give him a lot of ring time, but Rollins will obviously get tons of ring time. I mean, if you're going to keep all those guys going, you could get a good show going. I think Finn's probably going to SmackDown, but
yeah, I agree with that. That's why he's been wearing those blue tights, man. He's broadcasting that show.
Or he's swerving us.
Is he
No, I think like again, Finn could benefit from actually being able to be a world champion, you know, and that's why I think that the mid card scene is so packed on Raw, because they need it to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is because the world title's tied up with Brock, and Brock's like doing whatever the fuck he wants, so they need a healthy title scene at least that they can play with.
And if you think about it too, at the end of the day, it's Brock, Roman, sure, but once Brock leaves, then it's like your top guys are Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley. Three huge dudes. Like, Finn's not getting thrown into that anytime soon. So
no,
you can face Bobby Lashley.
He could, but I'm saying like they're not going to do that, right?
No, and Bobby Lashley would kill him too, because they're probably going to want Bobby to get over in the next 6 months. I bet she's just a wrecking ball. So.
I hope so, man. It was a little weird. Like, this was a
really underwhelming, man. Really underwhelming. Like, I think he looks like a fucking $1 million. Like, I never really watched TNA when he was there so much, but man, he looks like a star. Like, he just looks like a pro athlete, you know, like he's fucking huge, and he's like, he just looks the part. And I would have rather had him go to SmackDown, honestly. Like, you know, all of my Lashley memories are SmackDown based anyway. From back in the day,
they were ECW based.
Yeah,
when he won that,
I kind of faded around there. But like, I always liked Lashley, man. Like, he was good enough. He's a big dude, but he can pretty much go, and you know, it's all good. But him on Raw obviously is for Brock and shit. So, like,
or for Roman to vanquish.
That too. I saw Brock's contract is kind of like this. He doesn't really have dates or anything. Just Vince has him on like retention. So he can call him up when he wants to and book him for 3 months worth of shit. But it's not like, it doesn't feel like Brock's going to be champ the rest of the year and shit like that again. Like, he'll just come in like a part-timer for like big programs and then fuck off again. So
lose the title at Royal Rumble.
Yeah, which I think everybody's saying the only reason he's losing it there is because the crowd likes Roman in Saudi Arabia, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, Roman's usually more over outside North America. I've heard, not England, because England's mean. But I can say that. Because I have British heritage. I'm all good there.
I don't think anybody would have.
But hey, man, you just gotta say it. But yeah, they'll probably cheer him. You know, I don't know why. Like, usually the shows that don't get, like, the markets don't get shows a lot. They usually just cheer for the good guys, be the bad guys. So I mean,
it makes sense in a way. I just think it'd be hilarious if he just got booed out of the building, though, and Vince just like, what the fuck?
I sure hope so. I hope that the Saudi marks are out.
The biggest issue though with this is that if he does get like massively cheered, they're not going to stop playing that for fucking months, being like, look at people like Roman, check out this cheer he got here, and they're going to compare it to like the AJ pop he got in England and shit. Like,
it's going to be ridiculous. They're just waiting, man. No, I think it's a pretty good idea to put it on Roman there. I mean, it's the best shot they have for a nice reaction and good momentum at the start. Everybody doesn't just shit on it. So, I mean, I still hate the amount of time invested in this, but that feels, if we're just gonna whatever, been talking about this shit for like a year and a half, how frustrating it is. But that being said, it's a pretty good shot to at least get him cheered in that moment. I think we can all agree on that.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I don't know where it goes. Fuck, I don't even care.
It goes to him beating Samoa Joe, unfortunately, even though Joe should fucking murder him, which would be awesome. But
maybe Joe fucking wrecks him. Who the hell knows, man?
That could be good.
That'd be awesome. Yeah. That'd be pretty dope.
Like, maybe Joe just wrecks him and it's a shock win and he raises that fucking title belt and we're like, holy fuck, that would invest me again.
Yeah, it would be so weird though if all of a sudden, Roman beats Brock and that's steel cage and then immediately loses it to Joe at Backlash. That'd be weird.
Is it steel cage match?
Yeah, it's steel cage match.
Oh, that's weird.
That's why you can have Brock lose and it's probably not as big of a deal because Roman can escape or something.
Like a conquering hero.
Run away like conquering hero, yeah.
Yep. That would look great, man.
Classic. Oh man, that'd be great if they did some. They did the Vince Russo championship win where he gets speared out of the cage and hits the ground first.
Oh fuck yes, that's the one. Or it'd be really funny if Roman loses this too, and but but he loses at something like that where he spears Brock so hard he like flies through the cage and he fucking loses.
That'd be pretty fun.
And Roman's getting closer.
I had the win. I was there.
Superman punches him and he fucking flies backwards out through the cage.
Roman stops. He doesn't even come out of the cage.
No, I see it being Roman climbs over the top, thinks he's out, but then Brock scurries out the door.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I could see that too. Or Roman goes up top of the cage and spears him from the top through the ring.
Ooh.
And murders Brock Lesnar for once and for all.
Or Samoa Joe comes out and when as soon as Roman's about to drop from the cage, Joe catches him on his shoulders. He's like, "No, you're not touching the ground," and runs around.
Not today.
Taking his feet. He's like, "No!"
Like, let me down. He's like, "No, not till Brock gets out."
Anyway, it's going to be bad. It's probably going to be bad, and it's probably not going to get Roman over for us, which is like kind of the most important part. So I've always felt like after Roman, well, for the longest time, obviously we all thought Roman was going to win at Mania, and I thought after he won would be like a really perfect time for a shock title loss, like right after, because then he could become like the chasing face again. Because like I don't think him sitting there with the title belt is going to do much of anything.
Maybe Lashley turns heel and beats him. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Wow, Lashley doesn't turn heel.
Lashley's a good heel though. I like Lashley.
He is a good heel.
Yeah, but I think he grows into a heel kind of like he did in TNA, where he is a face, conquers everything, and then gets all cocky.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you can't really turn him heel if he's going after Roman. Like, that's not going to make him heel, right?
Does he have the headband though? That's my question.
Oh, of course, man, he has a headband. That's classic.
He's like this. He's like this super fucking jacked like LeBron with his fucking headband on and shit. That's awesome.
Oh, he's got to have his own sneaks too. Get the rid of boots. Get some sneaks.
I really dig it, man. I like his whole like pro athlete gimmick. Like he looks the role, man.
Big moose.
I'm into it.
He is a Bellator fighter.
Yep. Well, he's not anymore apparently.
No, which I hope that like him WWE opens the door to potential UFC fight, but I also think he might be on a little something that might prevent it, but who knows?
Hey man, if he can pass a WWE wellness test, because he's not a part-timer, he's a full-timer.
WWE wellness test.
Hey, he's a full-timer though, so he can't have that Brock Lesnar out.
Is he actually? Yeah, he may not be. We don't know his full contract.
He seems like it. I mean, we'll see. I guess. Yeah, see how it goes.
He hasn't wrestled yet, so
wrestled last night, homie.
He looks fucking great.
Elias.
No, we had the 10. There was a 10-man tag. Did you not even look at the Raw recap?
I watched the first 2 hours.
You could have just read the recap. Come on, man.
Look at all the draft picks. That's what fucking matters.
It was a 10-man tag, and I didn't like it for Lashley because it was really I don't know, generic. Like they should have made a bigger deal of him. Like I've thought this whole time they should make a bigger deal of him.
Why didn't he kill Elias? Like he beat up Elias last week. Have him kill him in a singles match in a squad.
Elias already died, man. Elias wasn't anywhere to be found. No, he was on Raw, right?
You better get drafted to SmackDown.
He might.
Yeah.
Tonight. That's my big prediction. Elias.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
And then we can go into another superstar shakeup. Bailey Sasha match, and in a DQ when the Riot Squad, the Bird Squad, showed up, which means that I guess we're getting Absolution over on SmackDown with Paige. Obviously, I guess.
I don't think so.
You think they're going to Absolution and Riot Squad?
Ronda just started her gimmick with Absolution.
Hanahasi.
Oh, that's true. Eh? She came out and fucked up.
Yeah.
They could easily just switch it to fucking Riot Squad, though. Like, let's be honest.
Well, I mean, they already ran the gimmick, right? If they were going to run it with Riot Squad, they would have run it with Riot Squad. So
they kind of just had Ronda beat up Sonya Deville. She could still beat up fucking Sarah Logan or something.
It's true. Like they could just draft Absolution to SmackDown, but then you get in that messy thing with like Paige, right?
I think she's going over to be like they're going to be Paige's good. It's like you want to talk to Paige, you got to get through Deville.
That's pretty good.
Morgan. They stand at the door like APA.
That'd be good shit. But I feel like they're saying on Raw to get busted by Ronda and be jobbers. There's a lot of women on Raw now, man. So I'm intrigued to see what the hell happens on SmackDown. So.
Well, yeah.
Bird Squad.
And Natty
think-
got moved over too, which was weird. And her
Natty got moved over for this Ronda storyline, and she's like instantly a face for some goddamn reason. She put up a really awesome picture though, which was Roddy Piper and Bret Hart on her fucking Insta.
Cool. Even though Ron has no relation to Rowdy, it's kind of cool though.
I mean, close enough.
Zero relationship to it all.
Close enough.
I wrote Roddy Piper T-shirt. I'm Roddy Piper now too.
Yes. If you're as badass as Ronda Rousey, you can say things like that. Yes.
What are you doing, man?
Well, I'm shaking my leg. Why? What do you think I'm doing?
Like you might be doing something a little bit more.
How high up do you think my dick is? Look at my hand.
I can't see your hand.
Yeah. Maybe just tilt the laptop a different way or something.
Or stop just fucking jerking off.
No jerk.
Anyway.
Yeah, I think Absolution stand on Raw, Bird Squad's on Raw. Like it's a stacked division, man. I think Bayley's coming over to SmackDown. She's got nothing to do. Looks like Becky's staying too, which is weird.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with Carmella's champ, she can definitely because it looks like you're gonna get Charlotte tied up. Yeah. Wait, who the fuck beat up Charlotte last week? Oh yeah, yeah, she's with Peyton and the
iconic duo.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who were awesome last week. They were fucking great, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've been noticing, man, pretty much like all tag team matches coming up here. We got another tag team match with AOP and Heath and Rhino.
Yeah, I mean, this is like AOP's Bludgeon Brother run where they kill everyone. So
what was up with was their manager there, Paul Ellering, or did they ditch him?
They ditched him last week.
Why?
I don't know. They just basically said something like they had a backstage promo that was like, "We don't need you anymore," basically. And after their match, like they had their big debut squash match, and they walked away from the ring.
Yeah,
but then they just stopped, and that was it. That was them saying goodbye to him.
Okay.
And so they just kind of moved on. I think they need a manager, so I don't really know where it goes from there because like they're kind of like grunt yell kind of dudes. Like they don't really have a lot of character promo or anything to them. So
I think we know what's going to happen, man. Give it 2 weeks and they're on the Fashion Files because Breezango's on Raw. So
the Ascension's also on Raw though.
Yeah. So AOP is going to try to be Breezango's new best friends, or it's going to be a live thing where it's like the Ascension want to be friends with Breezango want to be friends with AOP, and AOP just want nothing of it.
AOP just destroy them. Just destroy them all.
Yeah.
It was like a too much switching, I thought, man. There was a lot of bodies moved over.
That's why, like, who the fuck's gonna go over to SmackDown, right? That's the
everybody. They're gonna scoop out. Like, it's like it's when you change too many people, it doesn't actually lead to the same kind of shakeup because you're just kind of moving half the roster. It's all the same matchups.
Yeah, it's weird.
I think Finn's coming over. I think Anderson Gallows probably too, because then they can run a fun little thing with AJ and Finn and the two of them, and maybe a little club and then a little turn and then a little feud.
Yeah. Well,
like Finn could turn heel on AJ.
Well, I mean, right now, who's Finn going up against? Like, might as well, or sorry, AJ, right, for the title?
Yeah. Put
him up against Finn, man. Fuck.
That'd be dope, man. Dope as fuck. Like, but right now they're doing knock DB AJ, which is like, I can't even with that shit. DB and AJ last week was just like, what was it, like 7 minutes? It was incredible, man. Holy shit. Like, I don't know how long DB's been actually training to come back, but he does not look rusty at all. He looks amazing. Like, so I'm excited to see Nakamura, DB, AJ all in the same ring, and I don't even care what the fuck they're doing. It's all amazing. Like, dream stuff.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's good DB staying on SmackDown too. Happy about that.
Yeah. There's definitely more opportunities. Like, you can definitely get another title run and shit, right?
Exactly. Title runs. Main event programs, like shit that matters. I don't want to see DB feuding over the Intercontinental title.
No, fuck that, man.
Or getting destroyed by Brock to prove a point that they were going to prove 3 years ago. I don't want that shit either. So, fuck them.
Yeah, then we got good old Sammy KO. Apparently, that match that they had meant nothing because they just got signed this week by Stephanie. Yeah. So okay.
It was
even though
weird, man.
That was so weird. They have a draw and it's instantly like neither of them get signed because neither of them won. It's like, but neither of them lost either. So
I hated that. It was
just
meaningless. They
cut away. Like
obviously didn't know what they were going to do, and they couldn't just leave it for a week. Like I don't know why they could have just left it for a week, but whatever. It makes some sense that Steph would sign them herself.
Why though? He completely just murdered her father and her brother.
Doesn't Steph like them?
Steph doesn't like Shane, so
yeah, exactly.
I get to an extent.
She's gonna do that just to piss Shane off. That's totally within Steph's character. Absolutely. Absolutely, man.
But yeah, so then that just led to we found out that I forgot the Miz is over on SmackDown. That was one.
Yeah. We kind of touched on it earlier. I loved Sammy KO's little promo. It was like so full of fire, man. Like it was a little weird, but like those guys are just like so angry and on point right now. It's great. Like Sammy's really fucking killing it. Like as a heel, he's doing a really fucking good job.
Very good.
Just like the little things, like he's such a little douchebag. Like I still love him, but he acts like such a little douchebag about everything. Like he's turning into a little KO.
Yeah.
Like it's wonderful to see. I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do on Raw now. Like, I don't know if they just split up, if they go with the tag titles or something. But like,
that would be ideal, right? Why not give them a tag title run? But
be fantastic. Been wanting that for a long time. I would have preferred if it was like an oddball. We stumbled into this kind of tag team situation where they still hated each other and they had to be tag team champions together. That would have been awesome. But
yeah. No, I like one of the. I think it was on Jericho's podcast. Maybe they talked about how I think they've been tag team champions pretty much every company they were in. Mm-hmm. And there's always something that just kind of led to it, and they became champs. Mm-hmm. So I think they said like that's definitely a goal of theirs is to be tag team.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they want to be tag champs at Mania or some shit. Have a tag match at Mania was probably a big one for them. You know,
I still think the money's in them singles for a title, but
me too. We'll get it, man. We'll get it.
I don't know. I just don't know.
I'm happy that they're out of the Shane DB storyline because, like, let's just start fresh, man. It's
my god, long enough. Yeah. Thank God that was over. I mean, shitty Mania blow off, but whatever.
It was okay. That match was okay. I was really happy to see DB again. It was worth it for DB's entrance and shit. Honestly, like see him come out wearing tights again, and just the moment of it all.
Wasn't worth
I hated the match.
Man, for like 10 minutes.
I hated that match structure, but I loved the end and the start before the bell.
Yeah,
for sure. And love DB forever, and obviously we love KO. He's a friend of the show, so all the best. All the best for KO.
Yeah, he signed that picture behind you, man. I saw him at a deli.
Exactly.
And, he was like, I was like, hey, man, I got this picture of you. Can you sign it? And he's like, yeah, of course. That's what happened.
You speak to him. You spoke to him in French.
Yeah, I did. I was like, j'ai un poster de toi, s'il vous plaît, de signer. And he's like, c'est mon plaisir.
Quebec viewers are just rolling in right
now.
Yeah.
So what do you think of this match? Wyatt and Hardy beat the Revival.
No.
Saw it coming a mile away. I'm totally okay with it because I love Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt right now. It's totally working for me.
So, yes. Yeah.
I'm into it. Also, it's I was kind of happy because it frees up the Revival to get drafted to SmackDown tonight.
That's good.
And escape their mediocrity. Because if they had won, then they're locked into Raw, right? Because they're going for the Raw tag titles.
But I mean, they're jobbing out on Raw. Now they're going to go to SmackDown, where the champions are the Bludgeon Brothers. You think they're going to all of a sudden?
No, that's okay. I mean, like the Bludgeon Brothers will reign for 3-4 months here. You know, Usos, New Day. I was really disappointed Usos didn't move over to Raw. I thought that could have been awesome because SmackDown tag scene is a little stagnant, and they really could use some freshening.
Yeah.
Well, if they got the Revival, that's a fresh match.
Yeah, but they could have linked up with the Roman and shit. It would have been great. But that aside, Revival over on SmackDown would be good, man. They got a lot of meaty feuds. Revival, New Day, you know, like it's all very good.
They already beat the New Day in their first match.
Yeah, exactly.
All up on it. So
Revival Usos. I mean, like if they actually just start fresh with Revival, they can really be top guys. You know, we all know that. We saw them live be the toppest motherfucking guys in the building at that NXT Toronto show. So I mean, we know the power of the Revival if booked and everything properly. So hope they get a fresh start tonight. If not, they're not going to do jack shit for a year until they hopefully get a fresh start next year. So
yeah,
find out. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, we got Joe and Reigns.
oh, Joe's so good. Fuck.
Yeah.
It's
Joe's. Like, what else do you say, man? The guy is so good. Like, he's so legit and such a killer. And, like, I just love him. I love him so much.
I hate the presentation that it's like he comes. I know he's a heel, but it's like he comes out on the ramp while Roman stands in the ring because it's his ring, it's his yard. It's like Joe should be. It should be the opposite. Like Joe's clear. Like that's his yard. He should take that over. Like just the figure of him. I get he's a heel, but it's like that's the guy. That's Reigns isn't the guy. Like what are you doing?
Joe's playing mind games, man.
No, I know, but I'm just saying in reality, it should be he should be the one in that ring. Like fuck that.
I agree.
It's just so fret because you're watching. You're like they're clearly portraying this as like Roman's yard. Like Joe would not dare enter it. Fuck off.
Joe would absolutely dare.
So frustrating.
But I love Joe, man. He's such a great character. So good on the stick. So believable. Believable. I'm always kind of constantly amazed that he was not here the whole time. He's so good, you know, so good. And I'm so happy for him because he went hard way to get where he is. Yeah. And he'll put on a hell of a goddamn match with Roman, just like last time and the time before that. And I don't know. We'll move on. The greatest Royal Rumble is now basically WrestleMania, where I want to see what happens after.
Sure. Yeah, there's a lot of like things piled up that.
That's why I feel like these last couple.
It's almost like 2.0, eh?
Yeah, like these last couple of Raws have been kind of lackluster because they don't lack the freshness that usually comes after Mania. Because it feels like we just got extended for 3 weeks in a lot of ways. So.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's weird. It's like they were gonna start fresh and then didn't because.
Yeah. It'll be after Mania. We'll see. After
the Rumble.
After Royal Rumble. Greatest Royal Rumble. Because isn't Backlash like the week after or something?
Backlash is super quick after, yeah.
Like it's on a Friday and then it's like the next Sunday or something. So like they have Greatest Royal Rumble, 1 Raw, and then Backlash. So
yeah, it's weird.
It's gonna be weird.
I don't know. Like there's a lot. I mean, so much happened on Raw. I keep scrolling through and I'm like, I just don't care to talk about any of this because it's like, why bother? I mean, we kind of touched on the Ronda Rousey.
Some of us might care, Dylan.
Do you really want to talk? Like we talked about Ziggler and McIntyre.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about Mickie James and Ember Moon?
Yes, I love Ember Moon.
Oh, then go ahead, talk about Ember Moon.
I fucking love Ember Moon, man. Her fucking entrance is so badass. Love her.
She has Mickie James, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever.
She's just starting though. I mean, you know, she's just kicking off her Raw push here, but that entrance is seriously legit. Like, she looks like the part so much. Like, she looks like a fucking badass killer.
Yeah, theme song. I like that.
Yeah. Just like she walks out in front of the moon and fucking like pulls her mask off and shit. It's just like she's a star, man, and she's really young. Like she's only 23 or 24 or something. Like, so she's got a hell of a time. She's like Velveteen Dream. She's natural, like straight up natural. I really like her and liked her since she was in NXT. I think she's fucking great. I like what she's doing now. Glad she's on Raw, man. So yes, I do want to talk about Ember Moon. Dylan.
I just don't care. Like, it's not when they're doing something that's completely pointless. But
I found it weird that Asuka was kind of MIA again.
Well, Asuka's on SmackDown.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's wrestled for the title.
No, she only stays on SmackDown if she won the title.
No, she's going for the title. So I'm assuming she stayed on Raw before Mania just so you saw her, and then to keep her and Charlotte apart, and then I'm assuming she's SmackDown now.
No, it's like
they could officially move her tonight. Then I guess
that's what I think. I think she might get drafted to SmackDown. like, which I think would be good because I don't know what the fuck she does on Raw except get fed to Rousey at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
You know, but like, what does she do on SmackDown? Either get fed to Charlotte at SummerSlam?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like,
yeah, I don't know. Or she
I would like.
beats she beats Carmella for the belt, and then Charlotte gets a rematch. For the belt.
I like that. Like that feels like a SummerSlam. You know, give them a little longer, and they can go again, and Charlotte can beat her again, and you know, Charlotte can be like the only one who's beaten Asuka.
Yeah,
Kind of dog her. And then you create Charlotte Asuka 3 somewhere down the line for big money when Asuka finally wins.
Charlotte, Asuka, Rousey.
Yep.
Well, we're clearly headed towards Charlotte, Ronda. So,
yeah,
like without a doubt.
I gotta go.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Good job, Johnny.
Well, thanks for coming. Oh, he's gone.
Sorry, John. Alrighty.
But yeah, well, I mean, on that note too, though, I'm getting a lot of static on my end, like starting to pile up. So we should definitely
We're doing that static.
start to come to the end of it.
We're pretty close to the end of it.
The Bar Fashion Police, that was a weird one. Breezango got the win.
More to the Bar. They're just setting up. I imagine the Bar wins the tag titles, and they set up Breezango tag push or something like that.
I mean, I'm totally into it. Like, why not?
Yeah,
these guys are awesome, but it was weird. It's like, what the fuck? They keep having the Bar lose these matches like that. Like they lost the Tights Worldwide multiple times.
Yeah,
that's so weird.
It's the way they set up title feuds, and I've always hated it, and I still continue to hate it. I remember back like in the early Attitude Era, they'd just be like, "This guy's the #1 contender," and then they just have a feud, and that's cool, man. Like, just do that. I don't need to see the champs looking weak every month just to get a setup for something, Just have the champs look strong and have teams kind of like scrape to get to the top of the pile to be #1 contender. Easy.
Yeah, totally agree with that. Yeah, it's weird. It's like it's almost as if like if you was in the UFC, you only got a title shot if you beat the champion.
Yeah.
So if you beat him, then you could fight for the title.
Exactly, right? Like, how fucking weird is that? Like, it should just be like you get in a position where you get a title shot because of your, momentum and success.
Yeah. Yeah, these two guys are top guys. Which one should get the shot? All right, they rest each other, and then they fight the champ.
Yeah, there you go. Or just have #1 contender matches. Like, I'm cool with that too. Just rando #1 contender. Yeah. These guys have both been hot lately. They're gonna have a #1 contender for the Intercontinental. Go.
Yeah,
like
completely agree with that. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I guess, okay, yeah, we're pretty much wrapping it up because we're at the 10-man tag here.
That thing was fun. It was like a dark match. I mean, they really didn't do much. The Miz Taraj left Miz.
It's like a house show, right? Mm-hmm. That's how they do house shows, right? They always wrap it up with like a big faces stand tall on a multi-man match.
Yeah, Braun killed Miz off of Raw. That's cool. Because they had a little mini thing before Mania when it seemed like Braun was going to be Intercontinental program, so they kind of sealed that off, which was nice.
Yeah, and I mean, they did have... they had a match on Raw, didn't they?
Yeah, but it was still like...
That gauntlet match. Not the gauntlet. Yeah, the gauntlet match.
Yeah, so it was kind of iffy, right? Like, they didn't really get the full confrontation, so they closed that off, and now Miz headed to SmackDown. Pretty psyched about that. I tweeted, I was just saying, I tweeted, like, Miz is going to be WWE champion this year, and I'm psyched.
Yeah, I was going to say, we were kind of hyping that for a long time, right? We kept saying, like, SmackDown, the Michigan SmackDown, because that's his best shot.
Yeah.
Dude, how great would it be if it was, like, if he weasels his way into that, like, triple threat with Knock, DB, and AJ, and he somehow steals the title away from DB?
Oh man, I can't even. The Heat, they throw garbage at him. I'm so, fuck, I would be so psyched for that. I saw some fan theory about Miz real quick that sounds super dope, which is Cass coming back to be his muscle.
Oh, that's good. Why not? Yeah.
So like Cass kind of gets his back, and then DB has to like go through Cass to get to Miz. Cool, man, into it.
I also, no, you don't want to do that again. I was gonna say Miz Money in the Bank, but DB already got fucked over by the Money in the Bank, so it's kind of a play. No, I think just like a trip, like a multi-man match where the Miz can just kind of steal it away.
That'd be dope. Like super dope.
But I
so
am super into big cast, just like rocking a suit, being the muscle. I'm into that.
Exactly right.
I feel like we pinned Braun Strowman as doing that, but cool big cast.
The one man minstrel, like a bouncer. He's got a fucking earpiece and shit.
I love the idea too that the Miz could always just be like, yeah, like the fucking Bo and Curtis Axel, shit. Like I got some real muscle now.
The real muscle. Like it's like a Shawn Michaels Diesel situation.
Yeah.
Great. Fucking great. So I hope that happens.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I mean, other than that, yeah, Raw ended.
Yeah, I don't know who shows up on SmackDown, like aside from probably Finn, probably Gallows and Anderson, maybe Asuka, as we talked about. But
those would be ideal. Yeah.
I like that Rusev's staying. I like AJ staying. I like DB staying. I like the Knox staying. You know, that's all very good stuff. And anything aside from that, I'm surprised Orton didn't go to Raw. Very surprised Orton didn't go to Raw.
Well, it looks like he's probably going to wrestle Jeff Hardy for the US title, right?
That's weird, though, man. Like, it's just weird. Like, Orton's spinning his wheels. He could be better utilized on Raw.
It's true. I mean, as much as, like, you're not a fan of his wrestling, he is, like, a top guy. So him...
Oh, yeah. I don't have to personally like somebody to see their value. Like,
oh, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Randy Orton definitely has value. Not to me, but he has value.
He's believable in that top spot going against, like, Roman or being the title, like, getting another title run or something.
I know lots of people who like Randy Orton, and they're respectable people. It's okay.
Yeah, no, for sure, yeah. But yeah, that's interesting. I think, yeah, I mean, like Braun and Joe would have been nice on SmackDown, but I mean,
still see Braun, but like we said, I think he stays to be Roman Insurance.
Yeah, for sure. I think his first win's gonna come for a belt is gonna be beating Roman for sure.
Yeah,
that's probably gonna be it.
They're kind of like mortal enemies at this point. You know? So.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess for women going on SmackDown,
they need some replacements. I could see more NXT call-ups, maybe like Sanity, Nikki Cross.
Ooh, Sanity could be a good call-up for SmackDown. That'll fill some spots.
Yeah, because they weren't on the NXT tapings recently, I don't think. Also, Andrade Almas.
True.
Because he also wasn't on the NXT tapings mostly, and yeah, so he might be there. That'd be cool.
I like it'll be interesting. SmackDown's in an hour. Holy shit.
I feel like it's going to be more. I like it. SmackDown's kind of turned into this like more youthful farm system almost. Like they don't want to say it's the B show and it's like AAA, but it is, right? And
it's just a shame too.
I like that though. I like that kind of environment. I don't want Raw B. You know, I want a different feel. When it's like kind of NXT graduates to SmackDown, graduates to Raw. Like I dig that promotion kind of. I mean, it was how most people go through. You know?
Yeah, it would just be nice though if it was like, not in that sense. It was like two shows that are completely separate from each other. You know what I mean? But do crossovers.
That'd be really nice. You know, in trades.
It'd be like if it was like that those shows Chicago PD and like Chicago Fire.
Yeah.
Like two TV shows that are like one's a cop show, one's a firefighter show, but they connect because they're both in the same kind of
universe
field of
work. Same universe.
But it's like like wrestling. It's like SmackDown is like your workhorses and your smaller guys, and Raw is like your big guys.
Yeah.
And it's like
like Raw's like Land of the Giants, like comic booky, you know, like kind of shit. SmackDown is like more pure, like more wrestling, more, you know, you want to serve your audience.
Raw would open a show with promo, 20-minute promo. SmackDown, you open a show with wrestling because it's more of a wrestling show.
Exactly.
Raw's a more wrestling show. Yeah. I mean, that'd be cool if they did. They don't, but I mean,
who knows, man? These things evolve. But once they head to Fox, which seems to be the way it's headed, in 2019, things could change. I mean, Raw is apparently going to get chopped back down to 2 hours instead of 3, which I think we can all agree is a good thing.
Okay.
And SmackDown will be 2 hours, and things will be a little cleaner and tighter. You know?
Yeah. It'd be dope if they kind of Fox like forcing to kind of separate them. But,
yeah, apparently it would be because Fox only runs till 10 p.m. And then they put on local news. So, like, they only run 2 hours of primetime stuff, and all the other networks run 3.
Okay.
So they would have to be 2 hours.
Cool. I'm into that. Yes, that's cool.
It'd be great. And then they could spread their wings a little more on network shows. You know, like the UK show, 205, et cetera, NXT.
I'm into it. Sick, yeah. Well, looking forward to that if that happens. But yeah,
It's next year. I think they're going to sign it this year, so it'll be next year. But yeah, that was all. Yeah, looking forward to SmackDown. It's really exciting. The Superstar Shakeup's fun, man. Like,
yeah.
Have fun. Have fun while you can.
As shitty as the way it's presented, it's still always interesting to see who shows up.
It's fun. Like, I like seeing, like, surprise me, you know, and there's a bunch of those moments where, like, a guy shows up and you're like, hey, that fucking guy. Like, it doesn't happen too often, man. So.
Oh, exactly. But, yeah, cool. All
Enjoy it while you can. Enjoy it while you can, folks.
Yeah.
Follow us.
As always, if you're watching, follow us on Twitter so we can get up to 400. That's the goal right now.
So close. So close.
Less than 20 away, so get that up there. And hopefully come summertime when it's it's not so shitty out, we'll be more jovial to get shit done, and we'll bring more content. But
we're in if you guys might not know, we're in Toronto, which has had a ice storm here in the middle of April, which should be spring. Birds chirping, and instead we had ice storms, which has locked most of Torontonians in their homes the past several days. All the stereotypes about Canada are pretty true right now, in terms of winter and shit like that. So yeah, when the thaw commences, we'll get out in the world a little bit more.
Oh yeah,
we're going to be hitting some indie wrestling shows in the coming month, 6 weeks here. So live tweets, pictures, videos, and things of that nature coming. So
it's gonna be awesome. Stay tuned.
Yeah, baby.
But peace.
Go SmackDown.